the TCU Horned Frogs and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Bruce Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the TCU head coach. He has great confidence in the line of scrimmage and their ability to run the ball today. That's because he has got an experienced back. With the freshman quarterback, if he doesn't like what he sees, he can hand it off, and they will plan on having great success up front. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Horned Frogs ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense will have the football first. And here's the sophomore quarterback who will be at the controls in this one. What a game he had last time out. 3 touchdowns, better than 200 yards, leading his team to victory. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. And now on second down for this offense. Trying play action. Bears the pressure. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So TCU's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
Looks as if we have an injured Cowboy on the play. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Running inside, it's Davison. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the lone running back. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Davison. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for space, it's Davison. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jones. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll give it to the back. Picks up the first down. Here's a little room there. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Quickly to the tight end. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jones. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Using his legs, it's Davison. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 Conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. He'll field the punt. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defenses. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Smashes through the tackle. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Cowboys send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Davison. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. And the Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to impose their will with the run. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid.
QB never... Defender, he's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Oklahoma State sends out the offense to start this drive. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards, he gets it down to the 20. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Going for it all. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Oklahoma State! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he tacks on the extra point. That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that is an obvious personal foul. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Takes a handoff. It's Davison. Turning it on. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through 1 quarter of play. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And they're not on the same page there. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Pressure coming. Buried before he could blink.
Man, how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Going with the counter play here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on 1st down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be 2nd down.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Pulls it on the option. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
Yeah, when he can see it, read it, and just flat go.
There he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
That has to sting as a defense. In a 3rd and obvious passing situation, you're going against this dual-threat quarterback you know can scramble, right? You've got to have somebody at home either spying him or mirroring him, expecting that to happen. That time, the defense...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on him. They get that turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Now the play fake. Under fire. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Off the RPO, complete. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The Cowboys will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. TCU calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Unloads quickly. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. Timeout taken by the Horned Frogs. That's their final one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Shelton. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Wants to go right back downfield. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. We are just about ready to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
The TCU head coach told me coming out of the locker room at the half, his quarterback, not typically one to turn it over like this, he has an opportunity right now taking the field on offense to start the third quarter. He said ball security has to be at the top of the mind. Slow down, take what the defense gives you, and make sure we're holding on to the football. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To the air on second down. Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Finds the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. On fourth down, going to the air. Made the catch, but nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and he stopped right at the line, and they'll turn it over on downs. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Grab behind the line. It's Lewis. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That defensive front just flat whipped him as they knock him down for a big loss. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And he had plenty of leg and kept it just straight enough to use that right upright to get it through. And that lead grows even bigger.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
They tried to get the wall set up for him. Not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. Looking for space. It's Davison. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. They're working that left side.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He wants to throw it again. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the move. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. He's going for the big play. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. To the air on 1st down. Escapes the pressure going right. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner goes down. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Caught in the backfield, it's Lewis. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. And off to Jones. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Offense in a bunch formation. We've reached the break. Oklahoma State is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Defense in press coverage. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That false start really puts them in the hole. Here comes 2nd and 14. The run from the shotgun. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. And the Cowboys will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, checking in from the TCU sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. It is deafening in here. The paddle people going to work. 3rd down and a big one for the Cowboys. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. Before they snap it on 4th down, we have a timeout call. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback keep, and they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. New set of downs after the completion. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. On the ground with the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
Fires to the big fella. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. The Cowboys line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
He might want another play. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pulls it in. It's Davison. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial.
They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And it's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. That's caught. It's Powell. Gets away from one. Finds some space. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Oh, they're after him! And down he goes. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet?
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
Going to try to get it himself. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. TCU calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. It's third and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. He'll pull it down and run. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Gotta have it here on fourth down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only one possession on fourth down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team.